Where are we going now? Where are you spending my money next?
Ooh, that will get you a lot of tools for cheap. Don't do that. That's not.
Hello and welcome to the shop. I'm Jared and this is the Questionable Garage. And it's hard to believe, 4 years ago and change, I did a video that about 1 million people have seen so far, where I went out and I bought a first mechanics tool set. Everything you needed to get started as a mechanic. These ratcheting wrenches feel pretty good. Decent complement of screwdrivers. You have a reasonable amount of SAE and metric Allen sockets here. The Allen keys, the included bits are pretty useful. You have a adjustable wrench, extensions, breaker bars, 6-point and 12-point socket. Wrenches were great, but we do have something I will staunchly tell you do not buy. It was basically everything you needed to really have a solid foundation and get started for less than $1,000. So in the world of recycled content that everyone is doing right now, I thought, hey, how much does that cost today? What if we went shopping again at my favorite value store to see just how much it would cost? And did that Quinn tool set stand the test of time as my favorite best value kit available? Well, I don't want to do it alone. I have a good friend who's been a mechanic for just about as many years, and I thought you would enjoy a two-person dynamic. So he requires a special summoning ritual.
Is that a Coors Banquet?
It's an empty one.
Oh, man.
Hey, James, welcome back. It's been a while.
What's going on, bud? What do you got for us today?
We're not going to get sick working on a 300Z.
Thank God.
And there's no trailer full of old British sports cars to cut apart either.
That's a terrible loss for us.
You get to spend a bunch of my money today.
Oh, I like that way better.
So we're going to Harbor Freight today. I could have reached out, and they probably would have given me everything. And they don't have a clause. If they give me a tool, I don't have to be nice about it. But I want you guys to know I'm being authentic and genuine. So we're spending a lot of money again.
That's fine.
Now, James, how many years have you been wrenching?
23, 24, way too long.
Yeah.
Long time.
And you've spent a little bit on a tool truck in your life?
At least $4 or $5. Many dollars.
A day, yeah.
Many dollars.
It's an addictive thing. Again, I'm well into it for $250,000. You're probably nearer. It happens way too quickly. So our goal is to go and again find that toolkit that if you just rolled into one of the shops we were working at and you had this, we'd be impressed.
We can get someone set up, ready to go.
So we're going to go shopping. But first, let's jump to Jared with a message from today's sponsor, which is equally valuable because I've got to pay for this somehow. Now, the whole point of this episode is talking about getting the best bang for your buck, especially when it comes with the tools that you need to work on cars and work in your workshop. And one of the most overlooked tool is what you put on your feet. And today's sponsor, Brunt and Brunt Workwear, has got you covered. Now, they're known for their boots. This is my Marin 8-inch comp toe that I've put through the ringer. They're incredibly comfortable. They're oil resistant. They're water resistant, waterproof in some cases. You've seen my other pair of Marins from 2 years ago and my fresh pair on my feet, as well as my absolutely favorite hoodie. George is confused. It was 30 degrees and now it's 75 degrees. I don't need the hoodie right now. But getting amazing workwear for a good price is a hard thing to do because usually cheap means cheap and expensive doesn't mean good. And Brunt shatters all of the molds when it comes to that. For an incredible affordable price, you're getting some top level workwear. We've talked about the pants. We've talked about everything. It is so good. It's something that you're gonna wanna gift. That's right, we're heading up into the holiday season and it's the perfect time to gift someone you love or work with some really comfortable workwear. Or let's just say you can gift yourself. I give you permission. Gift yourself some really new comfortable workwear. And to make joining the Brunt Workwear family even easier and affordable, you can head on over to bruntworkwear.com/questionable10. That's bruntworkwear.com/questionable10 and use code questionable10. You're saving $10 off your first order of $60 or more. That's bruntworkwear.com/questionable10. I'm not easy on clothing or workwear. I'm 6'7". I'm a big one. I destroy boots. I destroy pants. I haven't destroyed my Brunts just yet. So what do you think, James? Do you kind of wish you had that when you started off?
This would have been the greatest thing if they would have existed when I was getting started.
Same. Instead, I legitimately in the past have said this number, and it's embarrassing to admit. You've heard it. I've over $250,000 on tool trucks.
Easily. It adds up.
It's depressing.
And then you just keep going for life. As soon as it runs low, just find something new.
Now, last time I was like, everything a starting mechanic needs for $1,000. This isn't sponsored. This is my wallet, so we're gonna kind of walk through, and we're gonna try to pay. I'm not sure. I don't have a viewfinder. There. But we're gonna kind of talk about what we're looking for and the tools we want if we were starting fresh. It's not gonna be all the specialties, but enough to get you started, right?
Hammers, pry bars, tools of violence, everything a lube tech needs.
No, you're better than a lube tech. We're going for the actual hand tools for real work now. So let's get going. I know we're tempted to start there, but how much money do you make?
Start with the big one.
No, that's not where you make your money.
Oh, you're right.
Hardest choice. Well, actually, we have two really hard choices coming up, James.
Yeah.
We have.
We need a roll cart.
What color?
The most important question is what color.
There is no question.
The purple is the one.
I mean, this matches what I've got, but I mean, my first Snap-on toolbox was a small black with neochrome handle and a butcher block top. Like, I have the pink boxes.
It's almost a shame they don't have a pink box for you, but the purple's pretty good.
It's in stock.
It is in stock.
But, so that choice is already made. The next hardest choice. Do we dethrone what I say is literally the best value for money for any aspiring professional, student, or home mechanic? I don't think there is a better value for dollar than that Quinn. There's
half the price is the Pittsburgh, but I think you're getting a lot for your money with the extra couple $100.
So 428 pieces, 301, and if you look, there's a lot of Allen keys and kind of fluffer screwdrivers versus this, which
we've got
has
ratchet wrenches,
and I have had this as a main set. We got a second set that went on several car treks. It is hands down, comes with all your ratchet sizes, the ratcheting wrenches. There's almost no fluffer tools. So
it's got decent screwdrivers, ratchet wrenches. It's got okay ratchets that I think we should still upgrade.
Oh, absolutely. So hands down, that's 1 second. Yeah. The ratchets work. They will get you started, but
you use the ratchets so much. They're your money makers, and a quality ratchet goes a long way in your day-to-day satisfaction.
Looking at all the rest of the kits, if you do a lot of travel, that is nice because it's a travel case, but I still tell you, get that over that, and then fill out that with a small bag. So, you know what I just found out?
What's that?
In 4 days, everything goes on sale.
Significantly for Black Friday sales, yes.
$80 off. By the time you're seeing this video, that's for sale. But the small guy, you don't have to lift it as far.
Ta-da! That's gonna be our first, where we make our start.
That is our foundation, and best value.
I think so. I agree.
Even under other different names. I actually did one lookup comparison when they sent out that toolbox to me. The closest equivalent on a tool truck.
I couldn't.
For not even as good a set, what do you think it was? Can get really close. How?
$1,000 for a similar set. Like, no, even a Blue Point would be
$5,200.
$5,200. Would that be like for a Blue Point level?
And it didn't come with any KY.
This is $400.
It used to be $380, but even at $430,
You got to start somewhere, and as you go, you'll realize the things quickly that you need to upgrade.
But I have not broken a socket. Again, the ratchets I don't like. They work. I just, again, like
They're a good spare.
We've had so many years. We're very particular about our ratchet feel. So let's go pick
To the
ratchets.
So if you're starting off and you're looking for a good ratchet, you can't go wrong with 24 karat gold. Like, what more could you ask for?
So I can't poke fun at that because I have Snap-on Dale Earnhardt, Camouflage Snap-on Dale Earnhardt, Snap-on Anniversary. I have gold Matco ratchets, but you don't use them.
No, because look at it. It's in a nice display case. You don't.
So this is one where we walked all past the Pittsburgh and the Quinns. They do okay, but ratchet feel is everything. And you keep grabbing a particular one. Which one?
The swivel head style is one I personally like to use.
So I like a 1/4 inch in the interior, but this is a Gen 2 from Icon. It's a little better, but the head's kind of bind up. Like the paw won't ratchet correctly.
Just like my Snap-on does. That I frequently warranty at Snap-on. But my Snap-on guy comes once a week.
And it was probably not $40.
No, it was probably $200. And you can come here any day. Whatever day it breaks.
I would say
Much tougher.
$70. It's going to have good torque. It locks. Here, turn that head. Let's see. Oh, that's a good sound.
That is good.
90 tooth, really nice if you're doing a lot of ratcheting, but if you're doing heavy torque items, the G2, if I remember, they're only 88 tooth, slightly less, but it gives a bigger gear, so it's stronger. Like, for the longest time, everyone was racing to these 140 tooth ratchets, but they broke all the time.
On a 4-foot long 1/2 inch drive that you're trying to put your entire body weight on.
Another really good tool, I don't know that you need, well, I don't know. That's a big tool. You could use that. Breaker bars, absolutely crucial. It will save your ratchets. If you're going to use as intended, comfort grip, really good. Question. How often have you put a pipe on the end of yours?
Every single time I've used a breaker bar.
When you warranted it?
Never once, no.
No, you never do it. But
if you get the metal handle, the pipe goes on easier and fits tighter.
Yep. So we'll add that in because you do need a breaker bar. Shopping is fun when it's not your money, right, James?
It is better.
Right around the corner is another very important thing. We did some pre-talking off camera, but we're shopping for real. Torque wrenches.
It's an invaluable tool.
It is one of the most important things you'll add to your toolbox, but it eats up your budget very quickly.
Even if you're going to get a Harbor Freight one, I think it would be worth spending the money on an easier digital $380. That's not necessarily where you need to start.
That's where we are argued. These adapters, they have been scientifically proven to be accurate.
They work.
They work with everything you've got, and it's $45 for 25 to 250 foot-pounds. And you starting off, that's going to cover almost everything. So you want to jump up there and grab it?
Next item.
Screwdrivers and wrenches, or pliers. What do you want?
Let's go to pliers.
Well, actually, this has good screwdrivers.
This does have the Quinn screwdrivers.
So,
should we show them the screwdrivers, though?
Yeah. Screwdrivers.
You can get an $11 set.
They're not paying me, so I can say it.
This product's fine for some people.
If you're building RC cars, small electronics, that'll work. Automotive shop.
Beers to throw in the trunk if you're really going to use it.
Now, I will say that set has done pretty well for me. That particular Pittsburgh set.
That does look nice.
Comes with bit drivers and everything. We have most of that covered, so you don't have all of these in there, but you have almost this full set already included. Or if you're just looking for a screwdriver set, gift set, it's $21 right now too. So one thing that's also very confusing with Harbor Freight, good, better, best. And it's not the same names for all the tool lines. Pittsburgh, Quinn, Icon. You have Pittsburgh, Quinn, Doyle, and Icon. Doyle's kind of their upper premium line, but not quite Icon, but kind of Quinn. They're almost equal.
It's a tough decision. They did us a tricky with some of these.
But these handles are a little bit grippier. So this has a much more synthetic feel, where this, while synthetic, kind of is a little bit more tactile. And they have the strike through caps. So if you're gonna use your flatheads as a chisel, which you're not supposed to, it works.
They wouldn't have put that on there if they didn't want you to.
So you're really gonna do good with either of those.
You can easily feel the difference in the quality when you pick up the $11 set versus.
Here, grab that. Just I want your. So
this feels like a real screwdriver. It's got a rubberized grip. This has a nicer one. It's a little heavier. It feels more substantial. $3, you get a little less screwdrivers. Probably more screwdriver for your money. $11, you get twice as many screwdrivers, but it does kind of feel like a kid's toy.
Tool organizers. These are cool. They work really well in the top of your toolbox. Pretty good sale. Those rails I like. What is your preference?
I've used this style a good bit. For the dollars, it's hard to beat this. You can mix and match the sizes. You can have everything square drive on a rail for a couple of dollars.
It's real preference. Also, if you have a 3D printer, you can 3D print all of these.
Like this wrench organizer. Well, it's just that's magnetic, and that a magnet on the back.
I don't know. That's worth $25 when you can get that.
And these are what I have currently in my toolbox.
Oh wait,
right now.
Here's a 2-piece, 2 for $12. Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Hard to beat.
All right, more shopping you go. You're gonna point them out, tap and die. Don't need for your entry toolkit. When you do finally make the move, I have used those.
The Icon they are substantially better.
They are in line with the $400 tool truck ones, and they're $150. I will say, if you're careful, that Pittsburgh will do pretty well. Yeah.
When you're already having a bad day, and now you have to drill out a broken tap, which is significantly harder than anything else that would have been broken off.
Nothing will ruin your day quicker than a broken tap.
It's not that much more expensive for the better quality one.
But this is your beginner toolbox, and we're hoping you don't need that yet. All right, another absolute must. You know, I could just talk and pretend we're not getting this, except for the whole fact that we need to go to my shop and actually put the toolbox together and prove that I'm not just making a video and
walking around Harbor Freight recreationally.
I would be so much smarter. I would be a much smarter influencer to just do this and not actually buy any of this, but I'm trying to also not be an influencer that just talks and actually says, hey, these are things I use. I feel like I've done.
With flashlights, everybody kind of has a preference. There's a lot of different styles. What's your go-to?
There's floodlights. There's these magnetic flexible pen heads or flat heads, really good. I'm a big fan of the big bars or just kind of your Maglite Braun traditional flashlight. Value-wise, it is hard to beat this one. It has one magnet.
And it's small enough.
It doesn't recharge, but...
And at least it's not flexible when the flex gets worn and floppy.
Right.
So I don't want to look at that.
Needing to have AAAs, or no, AA's versus rechargeable.
Yeah, we could have a rechargeable pin light, which is nice, but you don't have a magnet. You've got a clip for your pocket. Good light.
This is one where it is pure preference. These neck lights, some people absolutely love. That's a love or hate thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not in that camp. Those work really well. It's just, if you get that, get a brightly colored one so you know it's yours and you don't leave it under there.
Because they're easy to forget. I have lost some.
All right, so wrenches. One big reason we do the Quinns. It comes with most of those. And that's
nice
$80.
quality.
They're decent. But you don't have a flank drive. But like this Icon set, no flank drive. Where's their... They don't have it. What happened to them?
Did Snap-on get to them?
Maybe. These are really good when you need to fill out, but starting out your toolbox, you don't need these.
We've got a nice set with our set.
The jumbo Pittsburghs, really good. If you need a tool bag ride around, those, insane value. If you need the funky offsets for distributors, good. Offset box wrench. I use mine quite a bit. What do you think?
I have some. I don't use them super frequently.
I see what we do need to grab.
An adjustable.
The adjustables.
Clearly, you want the largest adjustable. No, you don't.
So I actually use that a fair bit. Here, for $13. How do those feel? 3-in-1.
I mean, that's not terrible. That's the price of barely more than one of these.
Or for $18, you get a coated handle.
Which, you're going to put a pipe on this and ruin the coated handle.
I don't have to pipe my crescences. What are you doing? I do like that they make sure you know it's both SAE and metric.
It is nice. There's nothing like when you can't find your metric adjustable and all you have is the standard and you're just
You can't get it. You can't get it right. Have you seen the telescoping one?
That way you don't have to put a pipe on it? Is that what's going on here?
I just found my new favorite crescent wrench to the right of that one, though.
It's an adjustable demolition wrench. For starting off, this might be the thing.
No.
The new guys are demolition experts, Jared.
I'm just gonna grab a good
quality that will do everything.
This is either their favorite or least favorite aisle that I come to.
We all know how much you love this Pittsburgh slip joint pliers set for $20.
So if you don't realize, the very first video I ever did was a $1,000 beginning toolbox, and it starts off with that pair getting chucked violently at a wall and me saying those are junk, don't buy them, and they broke into 2 pieces. These Pittsburgh pliers, the ones that have these nuts for the slip joint adjustables, these go just that toss. It broke apart.
That's an important part of starting out as a technician is you got to know
how to
which
throw your
tools
tools
to throw and how to throw them, and you got to have something to practice on.
So the problem is, and I don't know if it's improved, the nut material on the back of that was not very good, and it broke. But I will say nothing is more frustrating than a bad pair of pliers.
Yes.
This is one where I'm going to be snooty.
I think the right call is the icon on. You're gonna use these a lot.
Yeah, that and then probably the Quinn 4-piece. I think this is going to cover your plier needs really well, and probably I won't throw anything at the wall.
We'll see.
Snap ring pliers. Your very first tool set, you're gonna want a good set, but you don't need that when you very start off, I don't think.
No, I think that falls into the category of you can get away with no more often than you really need it. You can borrow it a couple of times.
And then when you get your first job that you really need it, you do want to get a better set because you're gonna get more angry at that than you will spending the money for a better set. Where are we going now? Where are you spending my money next? Ooh.
Well, we're gonna drop stuff. We should get a cheap magnet while we're here.
Ooh.
That will get you a lot of tools for cheap. Don't do that.
Do we have a decent little stripper crimper? I don't love these, but I think for most people,
when you're starting out, you might still want a radio installed in your own car, and you could. It's better than wire nuts.
Yep. So we'll go with that one. Hammers, magnets, and inspection mirror, I think, is our final to do.
You're gonna drop things.
And you're gonna have to find them.
And they're gonna be somewhere horribly miserable to find.
You know what? We'll go 2 or 3. We're gonna go with blue.
we're back and we got it all together. Now, I do want to address something. I wasn't just making James do all the work. We came back and my shop flooded. I don't know why. Landlord came by. We don't know where the water came from. Maybe he just really overflowed the toilet.
It happens sometimes.
But I've got a little bit of remnant of... But we got it mostly dry, so thank you, James, for throwing it together. And now we get to reveal we made a mistake.
A little bit.
It happens, and what's really embarrassing, I made the same mistake the first time I bought this tool set. And it comes with how many sockets the Quinn set comes with. I did not get the right organizers again.
It's impressive how many it comes with. How do you even get enough for all of these?
So those are all 12-point sockets, which are phenomenal. Those are the Allens and the Torx. That's our torque adapter. Our multimeter tool. So that kind of lives there. What's next?
All right, I mean, you saw all of our sockets.
Oh, yeah, our beautiful sockets.
Screwdrivers.
Pry bars, screwdrivers, our picks, magnet with the mirror in it, and then the other magnet was falling off the top. Our flashlight, spark plug sockets and adapters.
More things.
This Quinn is really phenomenal. So, I will also say this. We had talked about wanting to upgrade ratchets.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can hold off now because these aren't the same Quinns they used to be.
These are better than
So if you spin that, and we'll hear... It's... Now, to be fair, it is not G2 smooth. But it is way better than 4-year-old Quinn. So rather than $50 for an Icon ratchet to start with, put $50 towards peg organizers for all of your sockets. But also in here, again, bit drivers, the same sentiment from the very first time I bought this kit. It's not fluff. So many times you see the 1,000-piece toolkit, and it's 800 useless screw bits you'll never use.
extensions. They're not useless. They
Yeah,
will.
We
get
got
used.
lots of good like all the right good extensions, adapters. You know, you've got these adapters which they get used, but they almost always break. I said in the store, I've said again, this Quinn has been my main socket set. Now, again, I've got snap-ons, I've got Matcos. If it's a size I didn't have in the Quinn, I've used those, but the past 4 years have been the chrome sockets.
Mm-hmm.
I've not broken one. You've used them.
Mm-hmm.
You've not broken one.
And they are fantastic.
So, they're good. And also in the store we were talking about the screwdrivers. These are slightly different than the big tool set Quinns, or that package Quinn screwdriver set. Still amazing. Yeah, I love the purple.
The purple looks really nice on it.
Here we got our hammers and our punch set. This is again one of those things you don't think you need, but you really do need. I appreciate the bag. You know, if you've forgotten to put one back up, and it's a good assortment of all the different punches, drifts, chisels, centering. So, and we come down here. Wrenches. This is again where we missed on the organization a bit, but that's okay.
We've got our standard and metric.
We got our ratchets.
Overboard. We got ratchet wrenches.
And
Got
they're
some
decent.
Adjustable wrenches. They are. They're really nice.
And then
We have here. We
Oh,
got
our
some pliers.
yeah, this is
This is to make sure we don't have to throw any.
no, I don't think. No. So, one problem you find with a lot of tool carts. Our biggest pry bar is at the very bottom because you can't close the lid with it. Which,
A little too tall. It happens.
this one, also a smidge too tall. But, can you get everything you need for the same price you could 4 years ago?
It was real close.
$50 more. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed. You saw it printing at the store. Yeah, I really did. Spend $1,048.39. It was, before tax, $979.80, which, phenomenal value.
We also upgraded a fair amount of things.
Yeah, we
compared to
upgraded
the
and added a
previous
couple
set.
things. If you bought something even close to this quantity on a tool truck, I looked it up. What do you think, James?
I hate to imagine.
Now, I'm not saying they're top tier brand. They're discount brand because we got Quinn, we didn't buy Icon.
Right.
So that's the Silver Eagle and a Blueprint.
So, $3 to $5 grand maybe for, and it still probably wouldn't be this comprehensive.
So the roll cart was just 3 times as much. You basically got a similar roll cart with no tools in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you got as many things, including a multimeter, $5,800. I do not want to say tool trucks are all bad. The tool truck industry is not a tool sales business, it's a relationship business. You're going to buy from someone, a good driver that you have a good relationship and experience with. You don't necessarily get that, obviously, out of Harbor Freight. The tool trucks come to you. Anything that breaks on my Harbor Freight, I go to. 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't an option for us. 10 years ago, it was a pain in the butt to find a place to go warranty.
Like, it's come a long way on what you can get at a Harbor Freight. It's fantastic.
It's a very different thing. So yeah, that's I don't want to say surprising, but it really is given the current economic situation, pricing changing every other day. The fact that we were able to get all of this stuff, and like you said, we upgraded. We added a multimeter. Some people will say we downgraded compared to the old tool chest. We had more cubic inches of storage, but also this rolls a whole lot easier and it's purple.
I think it's a really appropriate place to start for somebody. Like, then when you upgrade, you buy a box, you've already got a roll cart.
Yeah, then you can move your big stuff that you don't use a lot into the box, and yeah, then you have more top storage to throw stuff in. Also, I know for some of you, you can't just run out and drop $1,000. Understandable. You know, the good old Harbor Freight has a lot of sales. They've not had it in the past. They now have financing. It is, I don't know 100% the bank through, but it's the promotional thing that you get with a lot of different places where they're like, there's no interest in 6 months. If you go that route, pay it off in 6 months, because if you don't, they hit you with a big surprise, and that's interest from day one on the original purchase amount. So it's a great tool if you can be responsible, make sure it's paid off. Just please don't become a victim of a tool truck. You don't need to anymore. I'm not going to say I turned the wrenches with the same frequency I did when I was in a daily shop, but we've built some really cool, crazy stuff, and the Quinns from 4 years ago have been my daily socket.
If you were in a paid shop making money with this, you're going to make your money back quick.
You don't have to spend a lot of money anymore. So I hope this is a good update. I had fun shopping with James.
We had a great time.
A lot of people thought we worked there because we were filming being silly.
And many questions.
Yeah, they were trying to ask us where things were, and we were looking just as confused. I didn't have enough Southern Charm for Stacy, the store manager, to give me the sale early on. But if I didn't buy something that you think should be in this toolkit, let me know what it is. James, thank you. I think you have some beer to go find.
Yes, yeah, it's that time.
I appreciate you guys watching as always. Hopefully this was helpful. Honestly, I was very impressed with how little we had to spend to basically upgrade what we did 4 years ago. I was prepared for 50% more, so.
How much of groceries has grown in the last 4 years?
Everything. Jeez. So, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm Jared, reminding you guys to always make questionable choices, and
I'm James.
That's not how the outro works.
How's the outro work?
You're supposed to say something witty and silly.
Something witty and silly. I don't have
like always do this or do that, or remember to wear clean underwear in case you crash your car and end up in the hospital. Something fun like that. You just want to say
On the
that?
spot. That's terrible.
If you're going to the Dragon, make sure your underwear's clean so there's only one streak if you end up in the hospital. We'll see you next time.